this thing on? Just kidding. What is up, guys? It is I, 8-Bit Eric, your Nintendo Switch news, reviews, overall good guy. Nah, I'm just kidding. Anyways, today we're going to take a look at an interesting puzzle game for the Nintendo Switch. This is called She Remembered Caterpillars. Now, what attracted my attention to this was the hand-drawn artistic style of the game. So, let's go ahead and see if we can sink our teeth into it today, and I'll help you figure out whether you should consider checking it out or not. So, let's begin today's video. Well, guys, She Remembered Caterpillars, as I mentioned, has a unique hand-drawn aesthetic to it. You know, a lot of games these days do that 8-bit, 16-bit retro-style graphics that is just a little played out when it comes to indie games. So every time that I encounter something that actually has some kind of unique graphic thing about it, such as a hand-drawn thing like this game does, I immediately want to try to sink my teeth right into it and find out if it's something that actually plays well. And surprisingly, this game has a basic but addictive gameplay mechanic. It's based on colors, so you control different colored characters on the screen. Some of them are red, blue, purple, yellow, green, orange, so on, like the primary colors. And your objective is to get each one of them onto like a little gray like leaf pad thing to leave the stage. There's a variety of different levels spread out through several different acts. Each one progressively shows you, general idea on how to get the gameplay mechanics down. So it slowly introduces you that, red characters can only cross red bridges, but they can't cross past red tentacles. There's like tentacles that block the path. So you have to do different types of, trial and error to make your way across to get each character onto a little target. And, there's eventually a method where you can, like, merge your characters to make them into different colors. And it kind of plays, like, on a concept that, like, a certain color can't go this way, a certain color can't go that way, and you have to try to figure out the best way to get your characters across. And it is a real good challenge. I mean, my brain felt like it did 1,000 push-ups when I completed some of these levels, and it was highly entertaining. I actually did not once think that this game was boring or sucked at all. It kept me entranced just for the simple fact that my noggin was definitely nogged today. And I'm going to show you guys basically some of the game, how it plays, things like that. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so She Remembered Caterpillars. As I mentioned, it's a real quirky looking game. It has this hand-drawn artistic style and just a weird kind of like whimsical vibe about it. Now, I've played through about 3 of the acts. The game is actually really challenging. It's a puzzle game based on the characters that you have on screen are a certain color, again, as I mentioned. So you control, like right here, I have the red character, and you can see it's animated, almost like a cartoon. Just look at how fluid it is. The red guy can cross the red bridges. Voila. So it kind of starts you off a little slow, and then it introduces other characters. So you're going to see a blue guy this time. So I'm going to be the blue guy. Blue guy can only cross the blue paths. So as you progress, there's different obstacles, colors, things like that. And you'll see a unique feature that actually has you merge that I mentioned during the review to makes the primary color. So like I would become purple. So you see I'm a purple character right here. You can unmerge and you split into 2 characters eventually. You'll see there's a merge thing. The purple guy can cross any of them. So he comes in handy for reaching those obstacles that are kind of hard to reach. So you'll see eventually right here. It'll have it where you have an ability to like merge and stuff. I think that's in the second act. So I did play through a lot of this. I will say the replayability probably isn't there once you complete the actual entire game. You'll have to like pretty much just kind of move on to something else, because you won't be able to progress any differently. Purple character comes in handy because he can just go anywhere. So, see, you get blocked if you're blue and you try to cross the red thing. And here we go, right there. And level moved on. Voila. And they have like a little helicopter thing that they fly away with. So it's I really dig the way the art looks. And then it has these like weird little like chapter things in the middle of them. So you see these blue things right here. There's blue like tentacle vine looking things. They won't let you cross if you're the same color. See, I'm trying to walk by as a blue guy. So this adds a little bit of a different change of pace. Because now you have to remember the bridges you can't cross. And the colors of the, like the little tentacle things that you can't cross either. And it adds an added challenge. So every once in a while the game will throw something else like that right at your character. Yeah. So there's some later stages that actually get quite tricky dicky. So let's move this guy over here. Let's move this guy right there. And let's move this guy right here. See, so it's still rather simple in the way that you complete the puzzle, but it does take time to get used to it. When I first played through, I was getting stuck on a lot of these stages. I was like, son of a bitch, and just getting so frustrated. So here we go. And I like artsy-fartsy type of stuff like this, by the way. The presentation, everything like that. It reminds me a little bit of like Alice in Wonderland, kind of. The purple guy can't cross through any of the tentacles, so you gotta just cross over the bridges, like so. These are cute little characters, though. And what makes it refreshing to me is that it is, like, it looks like hand-drawn art. You know, a lot of people do pixel art, 16-bit stuff, things like that. The way that it's actually drawn, like, you know, animated, like hand-drawn stuff, actually makes it feel unique to me. So this is Act 2. I played through Act 1. We'll play a couple of these more levels just so you guys can get a feel for it. Right here is where you actually merge. So you'll see, you come over, you push Y, and you become a purple guy. And just look at those graphics. It looks fucking very like the clouds and everything. It's very relaxing in my opinion. And I like to showcase weird, obscure indie titles like this because they really do fly under the radar quite a bit. We'll do one more just so you guys can get a feel. So you can see I'm stuck here with two red ones. I gotta come across with a blue, become a purple guy, get my red dude over here, get him there, get my blue guy to come over here, get this red guy, bring him across, get him inside over here, past that, because the blue guy can't go over there, and now I just simply walk across. So you guys get the general idea. Let's go ahead and finish it out with some closing thoughts, shall we? And yeah, guys, I think more artistic, you know, puzzle games like this are very interesting. This one kept my attention for sure, and the gameplay, while simple, it was very entertaining in my opinion. I like stuff like this that is more than just a basic puzzle game. It also has a little bit of a platforming type of element to it. Sure, there's no jumping and things like that, but you have to make your way through it like it's a maze, and it takes a lot more effort than just mindlessly just matching colors and stuff. You really have to like move around, move certain characters certain places, and make sure that you're figuring out. There's a lot of I guess tactic behind solving these puzzles and stuff. So it was a real fun little game. I'm not sure if this is on other platforms or anything like that, but I did discover it in the eShop, and again, the graphic and just the overall vibe, the atmosphere, it felt like Alice in Wonderland. It was very whimsical to me, caught my attention, so I wanted to sink my teeth into it, and guess what? The teeth ain't coming out. This one is one that I am actually going to enjoy playing. Now, I do know possibly that the replay value isn't too high. Doesn't seem like there's different modes, no unlockables, things like that. No multiplayer. This would have been something good that had to have a little bit of multiplayer, but I didn't see that there. No online connectivity. And once you complete the game, you basically have nothing to really come back to. So that's probably the biggest downside to it. But other than that, it was a fairly entertaining logic puzzle type of game that kept me entertained while I was still playing it, guys. So, guys, thanks a lot as always for watching. If you're brand new, don't forget to throw that subscription, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out. Consider supporting 8-Bit Eric on Patreon for just $1 a month. Link below in the description.